So thank you, Mr. Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today I'm going to talk about and make a case for mindfulness in our lives. So what is mindfulness? Most people would say, in a very simplistic term, mindfulness is to be in the moment. Now, it's a very simplistic way to say that mindfulness is to be in the moment. But what does it exactly mean to be in the moment? So it took me a lot of time to understand and figure out what it actually means to be mindful and to be in the moment. And that is something that I would like to share today based on my own personal experience. Now, I have a very simplistic definition based on my experience. I call it surrendering to your senses. So what does it mean, surrendering to your senses? So we as human beings have 5 senses. We have the sense of sight, the sound, the smell, taste, and touch. Now, all these senses is actually sending streams of data to our body. We are actually experiencing a lot of this stream of data entering into our body through our senses. And this stream of data is continuously coming to us. Most of it is involuntary. It is happening 24/7, 365. You're not even most of the time aware that this is happening. It's not like you can shut off your eyes. I mean, you can when you sleep, but you can't shut off your ears, you can't shut off your smell. A lot of it is involuntary, essentially. So then, as I'm talking to you right now, right, even when I'm talking to you right now, you are seeing me, you are listening to me. I'm hoping you're not able to smell me. So all this senses is coming to you. Your body is taking in all this sight, all this sound, and then all these senses are generating something into your body in terms of electrical signals, which is then sending information to your brain, and your brain is trying to process what's going on here, essentially. It's trying to make a sense of it. So all these signals that is coming from your senses into your body and generating a lot of this electrical signals inside is what I call is a source of energy. Okay, this is all energy that is getting generated in your body. All the sensations is driving all these signals in your body. It's energy, and this energy is actually throughout your body. It's moving all the time depending on from where you're getting it. So this energy is actually what we call an emotion. Emotion, energy in motion. That's essentially what an emotion is. It is basically all these signals that we're getting in our body. That's what an emotion is. So my question is, are we aware of our emotions? How many people are aware of this emotion, what is happening in this body? So the next question is, why is it important to be aware of these emotions? The reason being, this awareness of emotion is what we call a feeling. That's what a feeling is. A feeling is nothing but an awareness of this emotion. So some people are aware, some people are not aware. So that's the reason, half of the time when you ask somebody, how are you feeling? What will they say? They'll say, I'm fine, because half of the time they are just not aware. They have all this signal running them through their body. They are just not aware of the emotion that is happening inside them and the feeling that is generated by these emotions. So then the question is, why is it so important to be aware of these emotions and these feelings? The reason is, these emotions which generate these feelings is eventually inside your mind generating the thoughts that you're having. These feelings generates these thoughts. Then these thoughts are the ones which actually drives your action and your behavior, which in turn basically drives your performance in whatever you're trying to do. If you want to get better, you have to get control of your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts, and your actions what you take because of those thoughts. So lot of us, me included, I was the same way. I had all these stuff in my mind and my body happening. I was just not aware of it. So there came a stage in my life, where I was just feeling lost. I had no idea what I was going through. Half of the time, I'll just sit there making no sense of anything. I lost in touch with myself. And then eventually it came to a place where, I just felt lost. So I said, what is it that I need to do to get over this? So one way I suggested, which I got into, is meditation. Now I know it's a cliche telling it is meditation, but meditation, in my opinion, in the very simplistic term, it is literally the art of doing nothing. That's in a very simplistic term I can put. It's the art of doing nothing. So anybody should be able to do it anytime, anywhere. Okay. So as a beginner, what I did is I started with just simply 3 minutes. 3 minutes of meditation, just sitting there with my eyes closed, sometimes open. All I'm doing is I'm just taking in this information that my senses is giving me. All this information that senses is giving me is generating emotions in my body. From the emotions, I'm getting some feeling. From feeling, I'm getting thoughts, right? So eventually, all this boils down to thoughts. Some of the thoughts are positive, some of the thoughts are negative. But then it is very important when you're doing this exercise, I realized that you should not judge your thoughts, and most importantly, do not judge yourself for having these thoughts, okay? So all you're doing is, as per what I read in Michael Singer's book, The Untethered Soul, if I am not my thoughts, then who am I? Michael Singer, in his book, which is very well book, you should read it, it says, you are not your thoughts, you are an observer of your thoughts. So that is essentially what I tend to do now with my meditation. My thoughts come in because of all the senses through emotions and feelings. My thoughts generate whatever is generated, I'm just observing. One by one, thoughts is coming in, going. Have I control over these thoughts, or I don't have control over these thoughts? Can I do something about it, not do something about it? So I'm just observing. I'm not judging. I'm not engaging with the thought. I'm just observing because of all the signals that came into my body. And then slowly and gradually what happens is you keep on doing this every single day. Initially you will have a barrage of thoughts coming to you, all right? But over time, as and when you keep observing your thought, you keep on moving your thought, you keep on going one by one, lot of these unhealthy thoughts will start taking a back seat. That's what happened to me. All these unhealthy thoughts started to take a back seat, and slowly a pattern emerged in my mind, which eventually started to make me feel in touch with myself. I went down to my own conscious self. I started to realize who I am as a person, what things matter to me the most. And that's when it all drove to my energy. I used all this energy inside me to drive to know the person that I want to become. And that's what I'm starting to do slowly and gradually now. Now, one last thing I will say is to take the full benefit of meditation, it has to be a daily practice. It cannot be like a one-time thing. You have to do this every single day. I would say start with 2-3 minutes minimum at least. That's at least the minimum that I have felt. And then you have to do this every single day. That's why if you notice in all the literature, they always say practicing meditation. Nobody says mastering meditation. It's always practicing meditation. So you practice meditation every single day. Take a note of all the sensations in your body, and I can assure you, as it happened with me, your life will also start to transform. So in the end, I would just leave you with this one thought, which again came from Michael Singer, which a lot of people struggle. Just that you are not your thoughts, you are just an observer of your thoughts. So don't judge your thoughts, just simply observe them for what it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Good job.